was like up until then, it was just more of like, okay, I can relate something with my niece because she's younger, but we can relate, and it's hip hop. So I'm like, all right, I gotta like actually pay attention. And then one, being a DJ for fucking all y'all, you know what I mean? Two is I really need to pay more attention to this stuff. But I mean, but that was like kind of thing. It was like I liked the fact it's like trolling and fucking with people because it was like, because I was like, I always laugh when it comes to beef shit, but shit got serious, and I was like, damn, like homie, just
the lawsuit's crazy because it's also, I feel like the lawsuit is also just, it's like a statement. Like, you don't just do it necessarily because it's personal. You do it because it's personal and maybe someone hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
And if you be the first to target that and they do decide that there's a change in flip of the attitude.
That's why I was so tired of the follower era where everybody wanted to be Lil Wayne. Everybody wanted to be Future. Everybody wanted to just follow the auto-tune industry, and I'm like, yo, y'all fucking shit up, dog. Some people had some bangers that would capitalize with it. That capitalized with it. It was nasty out there. It was a fight with that, using that, but damn, dog. Everybody with the man, yo. Now there's a and then y'all all in y'all feelings and on drugs, man. Bro, I don't relate.
That's true.
I don't relate. I don't know. Y'all rapping about situations you putting yourself.
Look,
like it's different when the circumstances hit you unexpectedly. But nigga, all y'all shit sound like it could be avoidable.
It's a drought outside. What is there really to talk about? What you really doing?
Like, nigga,
that's all I mean.
Man, organizations, my nigga. Organizations.
Structures.
But at the same time, that was like you wanted to get, but that was all radio. You wanted to get the most popular thing. What the fuck's going on? I think that's kind of like, that's where like back. I mean, you could dissect it. You could dissect everything within the past fucking 25 years, like all those different things that people do. So it's like, with me, I always look at with a lot of these artists, it's like, are they doing it? What's real? Because you know what's real and what's not. You know what I mean? Is it publicity? Did somebody start shit so they have a new album coming out? So it's like, because that happens a lot. I mean, that happens a lot, not just on that top tier level. I mean, that happens a lot, like within even local people. It's like, are you doing it to get fucking shit out there? Like,
also a lot of people are getting their masters back. Like, a lot of people are suing for ownership of their own stuff right now. So like, it's an opportune time to run your numbers up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because now it's not like, now you don't have to have a like now you don't have to have a fucking contract unless you want a contract.
Yeah.
And then at this point, you get to work that contract when you get to that level. So like now you don't need, like, you got to remember, like, I'd say,
but you gotta work
ago,
that
like,
contract.
Right.
It's like, it's different when you got that machine.
Right. It is different.
And that's what I guess that's everybody's goal.
Right.
Is to get the machine. And I'm like,
do you want it though? You know,
that's my question. Is
really that's the hard part. That's like the hard part.
Because it comes with strings. That question on camera. Come talk to me.
Hey. Atlas is taking any and all offers.
I didn't say that.
I think there's an element of wanting to maintain your kind of spirit as an artist.
Yeah.
In that you want to maintain some individuality. You want to have a space enough to still be creative and not just be just in some industry shit. If you're doing it for expression instead of just creating products or making that your kind of your art, I guess still being sold as a product, but I feel like maintaining that's so important because a lot of people, I feel like if you get to a point where you just turn in what you had fun with to work, bro, it's not gonna feel the same. You're not gonna have the same sound. It's gonna change what you do.
Changes.
Yeah. So
it's like, what do you want it for? Yeah. You got to be sure what you want it for is stronger than like the change. You know.
Pretty much, yeah.
But at the same time, knowing that like what you do and knowing the work that it goes in to get it, like you get to, like, you can regulate that too at the same time, but you only can regulate it because it can go from, like, it could snowball and then all of a sudden you're not regulating shit, but you're happy where you're at. So it's like, it's like that question, like, what do you want? 4 different options, but you can only pick 2. You know what I mean?
And the rules might change.
And
the rules might change tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, of keeping up.
I was like, the rules might change tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
any minute now.
It's kind of like you gotta be ahead of that shit. Even if it starts snowballing.
Or smart. It's just being smart.
Yeah.
2 at the same time. Like
yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, you hear stories and shit from if you go now, like you have access to hear like what everybody did. Like I think like Outkast, I thought was pretty fucking dope storyline with them because it was just homies in the basement making fucking beats and doing stuff, and they were just like, hey, look how these sound, look how they sound, look at them, grab them, do this. But it was like, again, it's where it's like it separated everything before they even went. They got so popular before they got so popular community wise, local, before they ever got to that next level. And that's like I feel like that changed so much. And again, like I say now, like it's what you want, what you want to put into it. So as like an artist, it's like where do you want to be at? Like I said, you got the options, but realistically, where do you want to be as an artist? Like
that's a great point.
How much work do you want to put into it? Because it's a lot of work.
Hell yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, getting back to the AI thing.
That's where we started. AI is also interesting. Real music.
That's a great question.
I feel like it is though. Like it's. Like
said the DJ.
Because that's the thing though. Like that's like
AI music is not real music. If it's AI, I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with you. It is still
as a
music.
DJ, like
it is still music, but it's not the original artist music idea, composing, nothing. It's just made up.
Yeah, but
so it's cool,
right?
Even if it sounds good, but.
Right.
What happens when? What happens when you have an artist like Drake?
Right.
Have an AI of Drake put Drake out of business.
Dude, that's what I was just.
Everybody wants to watch John Henry die.
And let's be real. Do you know how difficult and programmed you gonna have to be to get an AI Chris Brown?
Yeah, but you don't have to license it. That's the thing. Is
that's cool and all, but you gonna miss out on a lot of money because you're gonna be missing aspects.
Right.
The AI is only gonna do what it's been taught and been seen.
Now.
Yeah. Well,
now. Like you gotta think what because it's all learned. That's the crazy thing with AI. It's learned. So what it starts out to now might be like, a newborn, but in the AI world, like a newborn is like, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It could be a full adult.
It goes there.
Like, within like a year.
I was going to say record time.
It's
fast. I was about to say it's way faster.
It could be later that night.
But
if they just get bigger and bigger data sets,
but at the same time, the data that it's usually collecting is for the most part, mostly local.
Right. Yeah.
You ever seen the shit elsewhere that hasn't been programmed into nothing where something pops up for the first time?
You still need physical though. Like I agree. You still need physical shit. You still need physical. That's the one thing because now like that's where it works. We're in a society where you still need something physical. You know what I mean?
It would be the same thing as if Atlas was a break dancer. If Atlas was one of the dopest break dancers, and we put him on stage, he break dancing. The AI reader is just scanning him, reading him while he dancing.
So you gotta have an artist.
It just loads up, and then he stand there. No. Here's the thing: you still dance for about 5 minutes, cut it. The AI uploads that. It uploads anything near that. Now you dance against the AI. But this time,
this is like mirror link type shit.
But hold on, man, chill. But this time, you start doing new moves that you didn't do on the scanner. And throw the AI completely off.
But see, the crazy thing about AI, right? The crazy thing is with AI, it'll learn. It will learn like when AI gets to like its whatever level it needs to be at, like Terminator style shit, we're taking over the world. It's gonna get to the point where it'll predict that before you even think about it.
Yeah.
So that's like
predictive
program.
It'll predict it, but it won't have the it won't have the same
same kind of
soul.
No,
it won't speak to you.
It's like what AI is right now with art. Like everybody got so pissed off about the art aspect of it. You get it because you're taking but the thing is that's the AI's job. Like it's programmed to do this.
Yeah.
So you can be mad, but it's like it's programmed to do all right. Like when I go and try to find stuff like say making flyers and shit, I'm like, come up with something. And then AI will come up with something and it'll be like, well, it's fucking AI. I'm like, do you really pay that much attention flyer wise?
Right. You know, they can make bots that like do simulate like human shit. And it's getting faster. So like the way they do it now is they make an AI in a black box that talks to itself so it makes thoughts. And then chooses action, and it's getting faster and faster. So this shit's gonna get nuts.
Bro, that's some straight Black Mirror.
But like, I think people like people. It's like the whole point of art is to see the artist.
Yeah. But also,
I think it'll be fascinating. However,
the same thing with art.
Hey yo,
overall,
I think we're getting off topic.
Yeah, right.
But well, no, not necessarily. Did y'all? Because there was an artist already that was completely AI. Like, did y'all? Yeah. What was his name?
They tried to endorse that. I
what they did, but the problem was it was the guy that had programmed it. It was like then it got racial because like the dude was like I think it was white, and
and he was like saying,
you have a white guy programming a black rapper.
Right.
They've had they've had that. That shit's hilarious.
I don't know, I don't know like how and I don't know how adept that was. Like I don't know if he, because the way that they explained it, like the way that the media explained it, was like he had programmed it to say those things. So it was like still pre-AI, so it wasn't 100% AI. So they're like, well, he has to use this word because that's how he's able to use this word in the music that he's playing. They're like, oh yeah,
but it never really came out correct.
Right.
I saw that shit. It never really came out like nigga. Them saying nigga, it was like Nigka. It always came out wrong. And I was
it's kind of like a big because like as a DJ in general, like because that was one of the things I saw somebody talking about. Like what with the AI with music, I mean like everybody had Spotify, so you can like the DJ like it was just a regular DJ. It was just vocal like you would a radio DJ, but like at some point like the DJ itself doesn't even. At some point will be non-existent because one of my buddies always told me, he's like, dude, all you're doing is playing everybody else's music just really good. And you're setting it up. So like really like it's why the DJ world is like big as it is. It's just like you're playing everybody else's shit. So which at one point was a big fucking deal. Like
it still is. That licensing shit can fucking these days.
I was talking about DJ was like you wanted to have. Because at one point it was like, if a DJ played your shit, it was like they play my stuff,
right?
Like you wanted that DJ to play your. You played it last night, like this DJ. You know what I mean? Like they played your stuff, and like right now, and that's one of the things. Like for the past 5-10 years, I mean, like I always tell MCs, like, dude, you want me to play your shit? Give me your shit.
I think if you purchase music,
because I like how if I play at like Dojo or if I play at whatever. But if I'm playing somewhere and doing a hip hop show, I'd rather play 20 songs of some local MCs or Ann Arbor MC Detroit MCs than I would like playing the usual stuff that I always play. Like, because that's easy. That's easy for me. I can throw the fuck down whatever I want. But it'd be much doper if I were like somebody come up and be like, who is that? Because 9 out of 10 times when I play something that's not the usual, somebody's like, who's that? You know, and then I'm like, hey, this, blah, blah, blah. Pass on the information. Yeah. You know? And like that's where that's the different that's gonna be like the thing with the AI aspect of it. It was like you're not gonna get you necessarily unless whatever you're doing is programmed to hit the AI like that, where you can where the AI will more DJ wise push more local stuff than anything else.
I'm sure they'll get there in like 5 fucking years, bro. That's like that doesn't seem that far away. That's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, like in those territories. I mean, you can have technology. It's another thing to roll it out, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, because to get that out on a bigger basis, you need to make it adaptable, stable, fix a bunch of bugs, etc. Yada yada yada. But yeah, no, that's a crazy thing to think about, because if you have AI starting to generate that shit and they get better than human DJs, then you got to start being. You just got to be extra fucking.
First of all, AI ain't never gonna be better than the original artist, because the AI will never think on its feet the same way an actual person was. You'll never have an AI James Brown better than James Brown. You'll never have an AI Ray Charles better than Ray Charles. You'll never have an AI Prodigy. R.I.P. Prodigy. You'll never have an AI Prodigy better than Prodigy. Like, it's ridiculous to even assume that we won't outthink this piece of machinery and programming. It's retarded. I beat video games all the time.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Now all of a sudden, because you made it in real life, I'm not gonna handle it the same way I've been doing it since I was 5, boy. You better cut it out.
I mean, but that's but I agree. Same thing. Physical.
It'll never be the same.
Controversial thing about the Kendrick Drake beef. The best thing that came out of it was Metro Boomin, BBL Drizzy.
Dude,
that is not the best thing, but that shit was hilarious, dog.
Yeah.
That ain't the best thing, but that shit was hilarious.
Their own version. That was
I was like, man,
that was a really great moment.
Man, Metro crazy, but then you bang that shit. That shit is shit got its own little wave to it. Like, damn,
it's an addictive beat.
I was freestyling to it. I'm not gonna knock it. And it wasn't no disrespect to Drake. I was just rapping to it,
bro. I wrote rhymes that I brought here to this table to BBL Drizzy. That shit was just too bang.
That shit was cold. That was a banger, but they put a stop to that shit. Hey, it is what it is.
Truce on that before it gets too big. Like,
I know a bunch of motherfuckers still got that shit in the talk though. You know a bunch of motherfuckers still got that shit in the talk.
Yeah, it did.
Not like that track with Snoop Dogg and Tupac.
Yeah.
And I was just like, see, we can't have nothing nice. We can't have nothing nice. Snoop is still alive. You could have called Snoop.
Yeah. I know, he just he's like, what am I doing?
You would have to step away from Martha Stewart.
But what if Snoop sounded as good as Snoop did in the AI Snoop than the real Snoop? On that specific track.
Man, it'll never be better than the real Snoop. You crazy out your mind. That shit'll never be better than the real Snoop. Right. And to me, it was a missed opportunity to create a real song, because you could have went on and got Snoop, and you didn't have to do the AI Pac thing.
Yeah,
because what's the point? And you could have did a video of it with a tribute to Pac.
Right.
And just brought in another artist, maybe somebody no one knows, maybe somebody from your camp, considering nobody from that camp is really out.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that is the thing about OVO, that like when you compare it to something like Top Dog or even Dreamville, like they just don't have like the catalog of artists.
Yeah, I was like, who are your artists? And I'm not knocking, because I've been curious. I'm just curious. Who are, like, I know what Party Next Door?
Yeah.
He won, right?
You said who?
Party Next Door. I mean.
Yeah,
sounds familiar. Like, I know
Party at the Party playing with his nose now.
Man, y'all,
I don't know who he signed to.
Party Next Door, I guess.
He's like one of Drake's producers.
Clearly don't know.
He's like, he does a lot of Drake's production, and I think he also
dope.
I think
he dope.
Yeah,
he sang too.
Yeah,
that's why I was like Party. But then after him, I can't think of nobody.
Yo, anybody peep how like J. Cole put out 2 albums and snuck Drake on 1 out of 40 songs?
No,
No,
I don't even know who J. Cole is.
He's some nigga chilling on the beach.
Nah, that's petty than a motherfucker. That's hilarious though, but damn, dog, we ain't gonna do that like that.
They made
I don't know. I already knew what time it was when he put out a response in the first place. I was like, don't do that, bro. Don't get involved in this. I know. I get you already, but it was too late.
And he pulled that shit down like
and then that happening. I was like, see, I already knew that was gonna happen.
So yeah,
but hey, it's everyone else's fault for thinking he was going to war. I knew he was coming home. I was at the front door waiting. At the yard, see, nigga, I told you, bro, don't even go out there.
It's not in him.
That's just not like how. Really. That's not your get down. But can't Dot handled that shit like.
Yeah, I mean, also coming off of Mr. Like Morale, he's out here trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, and for every turn he makes, he's trying to find something negative to say. Like, if you don't cut it out. We see what's happening.
J. Cole's dope fucking artist.
Oh, yeah,
he's pushing propaganda for profit.
Yeah,
I still love Cole, but I think this year definitely showed like we no longer have like the big three, quote unquote, that like was kind of how we considered it.
It was not a great year for Cole. Yeah. It was not a great year.
Man, that shit was not about to be.
The battle plays out, and then he pulls the move where he steps out of the battle, which is like if you're like okay, like he's stepping away. He's not getting involved in the beef. He's going to focus on his own art, right? Like, you can respect it. But then the first thing he drops after the battle is Whippy, and it's like...
that was mid.
Yeah.
That was mid.
And I mean, the thing before this
was
bro. So y'all remember the Cat Williams interview on...
Cat Williams kicked the whole year off.
Yeah, so
Shannon Sharp. Oh man, he lit this bitch up for the year. He said it was up for everybody.
Anybody notice?
He said it was up for everybody.
Anybody notice how Kevin Hart didn't put out no comedy? We didn't hear no jokes. It was not funny.
Kevin got a lot of show work he been doing. He's been doing a lot of other things. He did. He's done a lot of show work traveling. Okay, I don't know. I can't speak personally like I'm with him, but I've been watching and paying attention. And I'm like, okay, so he's still kind of running around doing all this show work, and he put a lot of people on.
I mean,
who knows? I don't know who managing who, but he's managing a business of his own. So hey, I wish I could get on shit.
It matters how much work you do and how much talking you do. If we love you for your art form, do your art form so that we love you. Yeah. I don't like this litigation nonsense. Might as well get your money, but you should keep the beef ain't over. You lost, bro. You lost.
Well, who?
You gonna let this lay Drake? Drake just let this shit lay. And he's suing now.
No, that 300. What is it? 100 gigs. It was 100 gigs that he dropped.
Because it's him admitting that's the problem. It's like him admitting that, whatever. But now it's like do legal shit. It's like, come on now.
It's like the industry admitting that
the court should never show up on the outcome of your defeat.
And it's ironic coming from Drake because this is the machine that has propped him up. So that he's calling out the industry for doing the thing that he's been doing all along, but now they're doing it for somebody else, and it's helping them more than it is him.
And you know what? They're helping him. They were helping him too at the same time.
Because
they were doing both at the same time. Now all of a sudden,
Kendrick are on the
you
same
lose
labels, ultimately,
and he getting way more push. So they're gonna have to put some more resources into that, and they got to get it from somewhere. And you lost, homie.
But I think
they're not gonna take it from the other motherfuckers. They had nothing to do with this shit.
But I think where it comes from, I think it's more personal. So I think with the Drake stuff, I think it's like it got personal.
Well, it got personal after you lose.
Yeah.
That's what the problem.
Yeah. But I think it was like losing basically.
It got personal after you lose.
But it's like, you know, the hard part about it is like when you lose, you get called out. Somebody said shit, it hits you personal. Then when you act on that, then all of a sudden,
when you use it, when you do it, it's cool. Then all of a sudden it's like, when I do it, it's a problem. Right. Type shit. That's really bitch ass shit, bro. That's bitch shit. That's bitch shit. Like, when you do it, it's cool. When I do it, it's a problem. That's bitch shit, dog.
In his own town, he ran up out his home.
Man, no, I'm not gonna say that because there were some issues. People pulling up, shooting at his crib, all kind of bullshit. There was a lot going on,
and that happened right when the beef was happening. So everybody,
I'm not gonna act like
people
things was.
People act on their own.
Wasn't what they was. I'm gonna call it space, babe.
People act on their own.
Yeah, them people they was wilding.
People act on their own. Like,
yeah, big fans. You got fanatics out there. Fanatics.
Most things that we,
you know what I'm saying, fanatics.
Most
so you got to be careful.
Organization are
especially when you public like that. That nigga wasn't even in a gated community. Like, you could be walking your dog down the street and you'd be like, "Oh shit, this is Drake house." There ain't even like it's that simple. Like, oh shit,
like my city got me.
Like, well, and then that's the thing that made the difference too. I feel like because Kendrick's got that authenticity that Drake doesn't have, because Drake likes to hop around all the time with different styles and different places. He don't stay anywhere for too long. Like, he doesn't tie himself down to his particular sound or culture. So it's
Drake's on superstar shit.
Man, you enjoyed the same candy shop as everybody else, dog. Now that they let Dot in and said you got 30 minutes to get the fuck out, you mad. That shit crazy.
But when you put it like that,
and what does this also do to battle rap is something I also
nothing. Battle rap, still battle rap. I just watched the Arsenal versus Murder Newcomb before I came here. That's battle rap. This right here,
that's a great point.
This right here,
I agree.
It's some fanatic fuckery, and really, this is popular. What is it when the big industries are funding the broadcasting? Mainstream. This is mainstream beef.
This is mainstream propaganda.
Propaganda
we all
and
know what's
beef.
going on.
Yeah, we seen what's been going on for years, and it's kind of like, dog.
I mean, it's never been televised.
It's not surprising that it happened. It could happen to anybody. This time it just happened to be dog at the top because everybody comes for the throne at some point.
I think it does to battle rap is if this becomes a trend. I think people know better than to follow Drake into the abyss.
No, they don't.
Maybe up there, but down here,
there's gonna be plenty of people that do
that. Yeah,
well, that'll be funny to watch. But like
on
the folks doing that, it's gonna get real violent real fast. It's gonna get real violent real fast because, like, what you gonna involve my payments? Come on, bro. We came here to rap. We came here to work this out like human beings.
Nah, man, the beef way deeper than that, and it stems from real shit. Cause I come from an era where beef was real, like real talk. The only reason niggas rapped about you and dissed you on the track was because they couldn't catch you in the street and murk you.
I mean,
so the thing, since I can't catch you, I can't find you, bitch. You ain't gonna pop up. You can get these tracks. Now pop up. That's what beef was when I was coming up. I don't know what this extra shit about songs and shit was.
He's not suing over what's being said though, right? The suit is over this whole like using bots to like pump numbers. The suit has nothing to do with like what Kendrick said.
But he does also have a defamation suit.
He does have a defamation.
He has a defamation suit against UMG right now that he's up against because he's saying like they promoted this song that clearly
called him a pedophile.
Yeah, that called basically that calls me a pedophile.
Well, that's all I'm trying not to say.
All of these,
like that's exactly
what it's going on over there.
Yeah,
I'm like, dog, y'all. I want to see what the shoelaces would look like if you weave everything shoelaces out of that shit, out of everything everybody's saying about each other, nigga. I want to see what the shoelaces look like.
My opinion on the battles aspect of it, I don't like when you go into the battle. If you're a battle MC, straight up, everybody knows what the fuck. You know what the fuck you're doing. You go in there, you know.
It's curtains if you step up there, heads up.
If you do, and people are like again, like people are gonna react how they want to react. And like I used to DJ for Boss Battle League with a few.
I remember
people,
that shit.
That
Boss
shit
Battle
dope,
League, yeah.
And it was fucking awesome. And everybody got like, and every now and again, shit would get personal.
It's
fun. But when it got personal,
it was real.
Both the MCs were like, "All right, we're about to battle each other," and I remember, I wish I could remember the names, but it was like homie, like even dated was dating his sister. Jesus. So it was like he went in there like full fucking boat. So like, and they both went in there, but at the same time, it was just like, but they both walked out of there like, you know, like fucking, we know what the fuck we're getting into. So that's when it comes to the battle stuff. Like you fucking know what you're getting into. Like,
yeah.
All the MCs know what the MCs are getting into.
And that's why I hated, but I had to respect J. Cole for jumping out of that beef because I was like, really, you wasn't even really trying to do that. No. You said what you said, but down to the core, we knew, nigga, you ain't never jumped in no fire like that.
But then
so to see you do it is unexpected, and we watching. Everybody watching because they like, nigga, we ain't never seen you do that.
Right.
But then you jumped out, and people were like, "Oh, you a bitch ass! Oh, he's scared." And I'm sitting there like, real talk, yeah, he's scared, nigga.
Yo, you shot it, not
because
bro,
cats.
Yeah, I was like,
yo, we
cats
don't
are
need East Coast, West Coast like the back.
Yeah, he's scared, nigga.
He's for real scared.
I was like, nigga. I don't know. I don't even know why he did it.
Nobody raised the
I was like, I don't even know why he did it. I thought he had something in the tuck that I had never seen before. But unfortunately, I was kind of like, I knew it.
I feel like poor Antonio was a nice recover, though. I will say. I
was like, so I didn't have the same disappointment. I didn't have the same disappointment everybody else had. Who was a real Cole fan, because I was like, he ain't finna get down with the get down. Sure enough, he didn't. And I was like, because how the fuck? I thought you was finna get down with the get down because I said you wasn't finna, so I thought you was to prove me wrong type shit.
I love Might Delete Later. He was just like dancing in the background.
Damn, but I can't be mad because that shit wasn't in him. He wasn't committed to that. It wasn't real, like, it wasn't real beef.
He didn't want it.
Dot was with that, like nigga, whoever, dog, whatever.
Yeah,
we gonna get it out the system.
He threw the gauntlet down.
Yeah.
And
also, it was kind of weird.
We gonna get it out the system.
Yeah,
like
because it was like Drake shot,
and I said it from Jump Street. I was like, Dot about to handle this shit
because he wanted to have
some extra shit. And I'm not even.
Yeah, like to start a tornado of sales between them, all three of them.
Right.
Everyone's trying to,
Yeah, fuck the big three, nigga.
It's just big me.
Hey, okay.
I'm trying to see Wayne do something.
No,
I want to hear some new Wayne too.
I heard
I want to see the Super Bowl before we get into any of the extra shit. Enough of that shit. I was like, I don't care what he dropped. It could be trash, nigga. When you get a hold of the fucking Super Bowl, you won.
It's a festival.
Now you just got to do it to complete the race.
Right.
Once you get it done, it's in the books. Now, nigga, you can do whatever. I don't give a damn what you do.
So, does he play Not Like Us at the Super Bowl?
Fuck yeah,
yes,
should.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And have the entire stadium call
Fuck
Drake.
Yeah, he's got to play that
shit. Yo, you know there's probably gonna be a Weezy track for no reason.
You crazy?
That'll be hard.
You gotta play that shit.
That I would understand Drake feeling a little bit of
Yo, he said LL was the only one that
I bet he plays. No, you know what? I ain't gonna say that.
Yo, let LL come up. That man just had an album, but
LL actually dropped a good album. Not only dropped an album, it was actually like pretty good.
LL is tight, man. It takes you back a little bit, but it doesn't take you too far.
Yeah,
it don't take you too far. I was like, all right, L still got it, man. That's crazy.
But he can't. I don't want him to go like too far, too modern, because I liked I liked LL with Eminem. I was less.
Yeah, I did.
I was less about
too.
it
I
with
did like that too.
LL and Saweetie. Like that was a weird.
No,
That was a weird combination.
I don't want that.
That was really weird.
No, we don't need that.
Well,
we don't need that. But who are we to speak about it? With all respect.
Yeah, but you know, whatever.
But that's LL's thing though too. It's like
ladies love Cool J.
Man, LL Cool J.
But see,
bro,
it was always funny because the album that he put out in the mid-90s was called Mr. Smith, and he did like it was like I can't remember the name of it. I should fucking remember because I love playing it. But he did like it was like a battle, but he had all these MCs at the time, like Fat Joe, Lil Kim. Like he had.
Is that the album with Headsprung on it?
No, this album. That shit might be. No, it was the one. It was the one before that.
Okay,
that song was like
that.
It's a radio song.
You know what I'm saying?
But Mr. Smith was like that album that he put out was like fire because he had like a mixture of everything because that's LL. Like he was on, but that
he's
one
the original Drake.
But
in case y'all didn't know,
no, you're right though. But
he's the original Drake.
Drake
is the modern day LL.
Some ways, yeah.
I saw LL Cool J.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with Drake. I just enjoyed the competition in the rap.
Oh, for real? Wow. Dude, that's crazy.
The announcer fucked it up. He said, Ashanti and LL Cool.
Salt
and LL Cool.
It sounds like he's like, damn. He's about to like show you
all the white people started screaming. All the black people were like, what? It was funny. Texas is a hell of a place.
What was some of the y'all's favorite music that dropped in 2024?
Black Flag, Denzel Curry, and that Mexican OG.
Black Flag freestyle went hard.
That dropped this year.
What's up?
I'm thinking that dropped this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
to be honest,
I need to check out one people's shit,
but yeah, it's fucking weird. But Sophie,
they not like us. They not like
us. Sophie, not familiar.
She's just like redhead, chubby. I don't mean to be a dick. Holy shit.
We are live.
She's some chick rapper who raps hard as fuck. Yeah, she raps hard as fuck. I found her on Instagram, but like she's actually tough.
Word.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like you're surprised by her perspective.
Came out
right.
This year.
Yeah.
This year's been more of a spectator year for me.
I did like Kendrick's new album.
Hey, I fuck with that new Fred Money though.
Yup.
Fred Money, Thunderbirds. But fucking damn, and Cassidy. I've been banging a lot of Cassidy.
Always
shit, man. You know, I keep it a certain perspective.
Heavy
man.
with the bars. Always.
Yeah, Jim Jones got to.
I've been fucking with Maxo Cream's music for sure.
Maxo's new album was really dope.
His new album was dope, and then it was Talking in Screw. Yeah, I was checking out more. I was diving back into some Screw tapes, and then I was fucking. I feel like I came upon this song. This is 8 months ago. I don't know. I saw this shit like 3 months ago. But Talking to Screw, I like checked that one out, and I was realizing how much fucking Texas is working with each other right now. So many people in Texas that are big. And of course, Big X a plug too. You gotta plug
Texas was popping this year.
Crazy.
Yeah, Big X.
Yeah.
That Mexican OT had Mexican OT's new album was also really dope.
Like dope cadences, crazy cadences, crazy patterning. You know,
got some crazy bars too.
Super consistent.
I'm beefing with an alligator because I turned his cousin into my boots.
I'm beefing with an alligator. I'm a beefing with an alligator. Like he be doing all these switchbacks.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, like, if y'all want to hear like some down south Oklahoma rap, which is rare to find.
Is it?
It's JB, Jabee. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like relaxing music. It's like, you know, sitting on the porch in the hood in the middle of the country.
Right. I was listening. One artist that I kind of came across was Ugly Face.
Oh, I love
Screwface John. I've been banging that in too.
Screwface John. Classic.
Yeah. Screwface John.
Ugly Face too. Yeah, they it's like a crew 3 MCs and a producer out of California, and they've been doing these really interesting projects where it's like almost half album, half podcast. So like kind of between it's got like it's a hip hop album, but then it's got a bunch more interludes than you would usually have. And they're all like kind of podcast style of like the guys talking and sharing thoughts on, or just having random little moments. And I thought that was really innovative. I was like, I haven't seen that before. Yeah. So,
when your album's an art film.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because you got to figure out like, how you can get.
And this is your show, man. Feel free to speak up.
Oh no, pick
up the volume.
That's
I'm
what
like,
I like.
bruh,
But the part of facilitating is just to let let the room
flow. Feelings. I'm like, bro, speak up, dog.
I like to let the room
tell
flow.
us,
tell us a story, homie.
I think
that's cool. It's not like the stuff I've made. Honestly, most of my albums are like half skits to like a third. I've been listening to Previous Industries. It's like a trio of Open Mike Eagle and 2 other rappers, Still Lift and Video Dave. They put out they put out an album earlier this year as a trio of Previous Industries. That
right.
I think it's called like Service Merchandise or something. But yeah, I've been listening to that a bunch. That's a really good album. A couple tracks off of Chromacopia, the Tyler album, I really like as well.
Honestly, Chromacopia might have been one of my favorites this year. Like probably my favorite album that dropped.
Honorable mention, Atavista. Just honorable. He's just like, I'm gonna let you guys know I'm still out here doing stuff. Shout out to
Gambino. Yeah, and then Atavista, wasn't that just like him re-releasing the untitled album, but then just this time it just has track names?
Yeah. Well, the untitled album.
That's a Black Ops 2 shit.
Because remember the website was kind of limited. I think that was like promotion for Atavista, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, did y'all see the trailer that Gambino dropped this year earlier this year for like a movie, but then it was an album? I was confused.
I don't know. I saw the shit with Pharrell. I was jealous as fuck. I love Legos, and I wanted to be in a Lego movie. And then Pharrell took that from me this year. I was jealous as hell.
Really cool.
I'm so jealous.
I thought that was a great idea.
I was like, dog, that's the perfect time for me to shine his Legos, homie. Like, dog, I've been playing with Legos since I was 2. I'm like, bruh.
Hundreds of dollars.
Congratulations, bro. That shit for me.
Interview magazine. Everybody was asking her if she's gonna put out new media, and like basically what she leveled on was she sang more film, and I think there's an industry switch. People are trying to always get that like prime feature. Like, did you see that? What's that one by Baby Keem? It's like Blue something.
I know what you're talking about.
Shit, we need somebody with another laptop looking this shit up while we sitting here bootlegging as hell. We working with what we got, dog, but we gonna start getting on it. Yeah,
I don't even know what you guys talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, boots and legs.
I know.
Talking about bad bitches.
It's like deep blue or dark blue or some shit.
Yeah, something blue. I don't know.
The melodic blue.
The melodic blue.
Yeah,
that's what it was. That is what it was.
See, we're better than the fucking internet.
And then it came out. Yeah, it was like a little.
He said, "Take a minute to boot up. You got dial up."
Shit.
Yeah, you got dial up.
You don't even know what that is. You got to page it. But no, like the melodic blue is just like this 40-minute YouTube video on Amazon Prime, and it's got like 4 or 5 songs, and it's got a decent structure, but like they've been trying to shift to these whole like music industry films.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen like they had like J-Lo dropped one of those too. It was like it was really weird. Like I mean I didn't see it. It was just like
J-Lo thirsty than a motherfucker. You better see her. She taking all kind of Instagram pictures, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
She taking all kind of Instagram pictures, nigga. We peep game on that shit. Oh, she thirsty than a motherfucker looking for a young nigga.
Make everybody forget when she was dating.
When she was dating Ben Affleck. When she was dating a bunch of niggas, like niggas, Ben the homie.
Speaking of people,
Ben the homie, we ain't gonna touch. Man, we ain't touching her, man. We ain't touching her.
Speaking of like comeuppances that came out this year, I don't know who's had a worse year, Drake or Diddy. Like,
dude, no, fucking Diddy had a worse year. Probably Diddy.
I say Diddy had a worse year because Diddy been in prison. At least Drake can go get some catfish whenever the fuck he want.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? He's gonna have to do life without baby.
Drake can go get some catfish. Drake can go spend $10,000 on cheeseburgers if he wants to. Like,
he already spending his commissary on fucking food. It's gonna be baby.
It's gonna be baby.
He's doing just fine.
Yeah,
he's good.
Comparison,
but Diddy,
worse year for sure.
Diddy eating that Jack Mac. I'd rather be Drake. I'd rather lose a rap battle than ever be in that position. Because let me tell you,
don't want that Harold and Kumar Guantanamo Bay, bro.
Man, I'm like, Diddy back there making negotiations because he gotta stay in PC.
So,
he ain't telling nobody nothing.
No, he better stay in PC.
He said you better find some evidence.
I mean, said that
they said
the
no.
Domino's already.
He said I give you $50 million. They were like, no. No, what was it, 50 or 60?
Yeah.
What was it, 50 or 60?
And if it saves them, it saves them.
It's too much.
It'll be interesting to see because, like, it was one of those situations where, like, now we have an Epstein type figure, but he's alive. Like, well, he lasted long. He's lasted longer than Epstein.
Yeah. Who knows what he did?
Yeah, but all that. But the thing is, like, with the Diddy stuff, is like the more and more you dig into it, like everybody fucking knew, man. Everybody
it's one of those.
Oh yeah,
it's one of those.
But that's the big bottom line. It's everybody knew.
People that
that's the problem.
The people that didn't want to be part of it got something they're like, you know what?
But are there?
I'm leaving.
Here's the thing. Should there be new consequences and laws and punishment?
You don't know. Yeah,
should there be new laws and punishment
or if you knew
within conviction if you accept money and payment for covering up or not speaking up about said crimes? Yeah, but should they stretch the consequences?
True,
because you've been keeping quiet and technically that makes you a possible danger to the community.
You're talking about like a RICO basically on witnesses.
Pretty much,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Should you be held responsible for knowing and accepting money? Should we give you
if you accepted money,
extreme like
I mean
causes for not speaking up within
time
that crime could be
dealt with,
convicted, dealt with, or charged?
Pull them in, tell them exactly, hit them with the book, and make them squeal on everything they know. And
that's what I'm saying. No, but you can't just hit somebody with the book. You got to prove things at least with a beyond a reasonable doubt.
Because everything is because it's all like
you got to still prove things with unreasonable doubt.
But there's so many little things. That's the problem with this whole thing. Because a lot of a lot of people like when things happen, they're like, okay, things happen. Then it's like, all right, but like, what did you do after the fact? You know what I mean? Like that's the hardest part about the entertainment like business is like all this fucking money that goes around with all these different artists. It's like, you know, like it's like the Michael Jackson thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's parents that were paid a shit ton of money to be like, this is okay. And the same thing with anything else. Like
here's the difference with the Michael Jackson thing. Those kids were planting. That was like they were kind of planting that. But I was gonna say, but with the R. Kelly thing, it was as if they were kind of sold to that.
Right, exactly. But and that's the thing. It's like what we're talking about. We're it's like thinning hairs. Like you know what I mean? Like with the entertainment business, because it happens so often, regardless of whether it's who the fuck it is. There's always his money, but at certain levels, with P. Diddy doing his thing, he made it obvious how everything was going on. But if you wanted to get to a next level, like you had to do these certain things. Like where do you draw the line at? If you say you wanted to, like say, or if I say I wanted to get somewhere, then he's like, you got to do this to get to this to get to that,
and then you do it.
Then all of a sudden everything that you do, like
it's based on you. It's your own,
and then everything you do and everything you see,
it's your own shit.
Because this is the thing. It's like it's not just about what you do, everything of what you see after the fact. Yeah. Because you're gonna see all that shit.
Puffy's not going to spend the rest of his life in prison. Yeah. I'll bet you any amount of money that he's not going to spend the rest of his life.
I bet you he'll spend like 30 to 50 years.
No, he's not even.
On like 20.
Not even. At the max, I believe they'll give Diddy probably like at the max 11 years.
Because
at the max.
But then when you look at it, like who's stepping forward?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's talking, and I've been waiting.
Nobody.
I was like, nobody's saying anything, and that's fine. That's cool. But that's the game. That's on Front Street for everybody to see. That's the game. It's an ugly motherfucker, but it's also the truth. It's the ugly truth, though.
That's the thing, though. It's dead on.
A lot of these niggas sign these contracts with their own hands. Nobody had a gun to their head. I'll bet you nobody had a gun to their. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Them in the 90s, things got crazy. In the 90s, shit was real. You might have a gun to your head, nigga. You gonna sign this contract?
It would be interesting.
I like in the 90s.
I would be
shit was
interested
real.
to see if anything came out in terms of like Pac and Big.
You know what I'm
now
like,
that he's behind bars and he's facing pressure,
you can get pressed for your hand, for your handwriting. You can get pressed.
Like that would be interesting. I won't say on record that I think Diddy killed Big, but all I will say is that Big was planning to leave the record.
He was
scared.
And Diddy made a lot more money.
And around that time, you know it's funny since you said that. And Suge was planning on trying to do the Death Row, like East Coast.
Death Row East.
Death Row East.
Yeah.
And that was gonna be taken over by Pac. But you know, business is business. They gonna do what they. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like he was
people are ruthless, man. It's a shark. It's an ocean with sharks in it.
I mean, they tried to
all directions, any depth.
Car.
I heard that shit, and I was like, God damn, Diddy on some fucking mobster shit.
Yeah, I was like, he know he did that. That shit gangster though.
Yeah,
I'll give him that. But still,
that's like I want to show you I'm a gangster. That's like a rich.
Yeah, I like
that's some real
blowing up cars.
Nah, bro, I ain't seen you
blowing up cars. I don't care who in it.
You blew my car. I ain't seen you in the Golden Globe. Don't fucking play.
That's a just leave me alone after that.
Yeah,
you blew up your car.
I ain't see you at the Golden
Globe.
Bro,
I'm not fucking. Mind your own
business. I like you blowing up cars. You making it super personal because who was walking by?
That's true.
You blew it up on a public street.
That's dangerous right there.
No, bro. It's a lot of gangster shit. A whole lot of gang shit.
Yeah, I mean, they do their things.
Yeah, exactly. With no remorse. So you got to play by the same rules.
He says what?
I like it.
That's the survival of it. But a lot of these cats don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the ugly truth. That you got to play by the same rules.
That's some shit just like, I want to get caught. Like,
it's not even I want to get caught. It's an old school method.
Yeah, but
and if you know what you're doing, you won't get caught.
But at the same time, it's more of like, that's the sad shit with him is like, how far are you gonna go? Like, this is what I can get away with. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because like it's all about fucking the media shit, and it's like what I'm gonna do this, and what can I get away with? You know, when
you can get away with everything.
Made a whole generation.
My daughter,
money
blah,
buy,
blah, blah.
basically, yeah.
And regardless if it was a joke, it was just the fact that he fucking did it, was able to do it, throw it online, do it live, and it was like, look what I can do.
Right.
And then nobody crushed it.
He was fucked up.
Somebody, I feel like that
because he did. It's a whole. I was gonna say no because he actually created a form of system, party wise, or even congregation wise, that you will have to adhere to be a participant. Let me just say that. And
influence of culture.
You're not gonna get in if you don't adhere to said.
Like
said term.
Yeah.
So, he's got you right where he wants you, but you the dummy who wanted the party so hard because the first time you came through, everything seemed okay.
Yep.
But
like a lot of
there's a difference between a nigga you want to bring in two people you want to party with, but really you trying to keep one of them. The nigga you ain't trying to keep gonna leave and be like shit was lit. And I went with that nigga. That nigga, some shit happened to.
It's like how you frat boying grown men.
That nigga, some shit happened to. And he left afterwards after dude left. So he gonna come back like, nah, dog, that shit ain't cool. He gonna be like, nigga, I went with him. Everything was cool, nigga. We was doing this, that, the other. Nah, he gonna come back. That nigga gonna be like, nigga, we was doing this, that, and the other, nigga. It was a party. I don't understand, nigga. We was popping bottles, this, that. The other nigga gonna be standing there like, real talk. You don't want to go in there, dog. It's not the same kind of party. And I'm like, nigga, you don't see the trauma in this nigga?
Some people don't see shit.
Like, you don't see the trauma in this nigga? I know a nervous fucking tick when I see it because I learned to describe it when I was 7. Because my homeboy had one. And I didn't know. My mom told me. And she told me to keep an eye on. But, I'm a kid. That ain't me shit. But, like,
crazy shit.
Yeah, crazy.
Nigga, when it get obvious, it's like, you can tell when people are out of their element, especially after you meet them in a normal setting. Then they're out of their element. You meet a man. You ever met somebody? Matter of fact, you ever been young? Met somebody, let's say at church. You ever met somebody at church? They're all good. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we at church. God bless this, that, and the other. Then all of a sudden, you go to school. They up at the school teaching. You walk in class. Oh snap! I'm in this class. Hey, you sit down. No, ain't none of that in here. Whole different person.
Yeah.
It's almost fucking like dealing with the Vatican.
Dun, dun,
you know what I'm saying? I was just saying. I don't know
what you're talking about. I went to the Vatican. I had a good time. Nothing. We was popping bottles.
I know you wasn't.
What happened to you?
Yeah. What happened to you? You was popping bottles at the Vatican.
Oh, I see.
Hey, no. Then what happened?
I'll tell you what. I went on a trip. All right, that's nigga. I went on a fucking school trip. Let's put on a school trip. Went on a school trip
To the Vatican.
We went to Rome to sing and shit because I was in choir.
How many of them?
Yep, we did music and shit.
Did you all come back fine?
I don't know. I came back fine.
I don't know. That's all that matters.
Bro, I saw some of the coolest fucking art that they should not sell.
Yeah, dog. They got some beautiful shit in there, man. That's art.
I could have been there.
That's real shit. Crafted by some of the most greasy hands.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't know about, but they take priority in other greasy hands because they got dollar bills in it.
Even still, the main artist who makes it.
Oh no, yeah,
fantastic.
No,
I'm not trying to cover that up.
Oh, art's art. I don't care how you got it.
Yes,
I just want to see it.
History's written by the victors. Whoever wins is going to take off the gold, take the gold onto their horse and ride the fuck into the sunset. That shit is always fucked.
Just shiny rocks.
It's always fucked, but
Gold.
Man, let's not act like we ain't gonna fucking jump on some gold if we see that shit. If I see a gold ingot anywhere, my nigga, I'm dying. It's gonna be an NFL dive, my nigga. The fuck you mean? Like, don't act like that, bro. Just know we are blessed, though we are lacking. Fuck out of here.
Fucking. What was your question? I feel like you had an original question beyond that.
Did I? Where did
What's
we
the next
start?
one?
I don't even know where
we were talking about the
big back.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just. We're gonna.
Listening to that came out this
Yeah. Okay. Let's just pull it right back. Let's just make it a nice, easy one. Let's think about what have been our favorite moments just within our hip hop worlds, whether within just the larger culture or within our own adventures that we've been having this year. Something nice cap off 2024.
Let me go first here because I feel like I think the coolest shit that happened this year in the hip hop community in MC Ann Arbor was the night where Bars of Steel, Dojo, and Bridging the Gap.
Oh yeah,
that was an incredible show.
That was one night. Show. Yeah. And it was like you finally got three of the dopest hip hop like influences in Washtenaw County under one fucking room, and it was fucking awesome. I thought that was fucking dope. That
shit was sick.
Amen.
I was proud to even just be even part of that because, like, I know it sounds silly, but like with a lot of the hip hop community around here, like with it's almost a rarity, I could say, like, because there was a time when there wasn't shit anymore. There was a time where it was like that was the place to be, but now I think it's dope. That was, I'd say, for 2024, I'd say it was like the dopest thing of the year.
That shit was sick. I do agree.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Indubitably, that was fun as fuck. Was it? Yeah.
And we were also bringing out people from out of state too that night. Yeah, so it's like even
from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they were crazy. They were crazy.
Word to Teamu Denku and Pestilence.
Yeah, Pestilence.
Yeah,
it was crazy with the bars too.
Really good freestyle.
Oh man, dude probably just breathe. That's just the way he's breathing. You thought he was freestyling? That's just the way his breath sounds like.
True, hell yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
It's natural. It's good.
Yeah, no, it was I felt like it happened naturally.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was like, hey, let's all do shit together. Like it was like that, but it was like it just naturally happened.
It felt really on time. Mm-hmm. That whole night felt really on time.
Well, it was about time.
No, you're right. You're right. It was at the point where
just about time.
Right, but I feel like it was next level for Bars of Steel because then we were making that, like, we made that move from like here to there. Yeah. And it was like, what better time to do that? And with who are we doing that with? You know,
right?
Because even before that, because he did the show with Nickie P.
Oh, you're talking about over at Mothfire?
Yes.
Dude, the Mothfire show.
Oh, man, that shit was fire. Oh, my God. I went to that. I went to that bitch. I was like, that bitch was fire.
We ended up playing soccer at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was like, that shit was fun as hell.
But that was dope because it was just kind of like, again, it was one of those, it's all like, that's the community in general for the area. It was like, hey, come out here. We don't know what it's going to be like.
No.
We don't know how it's going to be like. Nickie's
and we don't really care.
Yeah, Nickie's like, she's like, Danny, like, you don't care coming out. I'm like, all right. I'm like, as long as you have this, like, we're good. Like, and it happened, you know. And like, I lucked out with the mics. I mean, just everything was just, again, it was like a natural thing that happened, but it was like thrown together, and it was great.
That's what happens.
He was grinding too.
Everybody in your community is working and can do that and can rely on each other.
I've been saying it, y'all.
Yeah, but it was good because, right? But it was good because of the way that the people reacted, like it was such a positive thing. It was just like, all right, because we all know, like when you add hip hop to like any type of thing and you do stuff, you're gonna get people that will pay attention, that will stick around. But then you get the people that are just kind of like, oh, I'm not going inside because it's getting too loud out here. But what was dope is that everybody that was there stuck around because they were like.
But all you gotta do is wire up a little speaker somewhere where those people that can't stand that high frequency and volume, they could just post up in that room and bang it at a much lower frequency, like maybe a quarter or what everybody else is banging. You just think it's just in general, spare some people, spare their ears.
Right. I'm talking more the type of music that I am like volume. I'm just some people when you start doing stuff and like just in general when you got hip hop added to stuff, some people just would just like, all right, this is not my thing. But then when they actually pay attention, it was like we were it was cool. Right. But it was cool because we were all welcoming to the venue. Like it was like a good give and take. It was like it was super welcoming. We're like everybody was uncomfortable for being here. They were uncomfortable for us being there. But then once shit happened, everybody was comfortable.
Everybody made a little bit of effort, and it came together.
Yep. And I thought that was fucking cool.
We didn't record the whole damn thing because that was one of
well, we never record it because we never know how it's gonna go till we're done, and then we're like, we should have recorded.
I have the whole recording.
That's on film. He does have the recording.
I have the recording. Yeah, that night. Yeah, I have that recording. I have that night recorded.
No. He's talking about bridging the gap. The bridging the gap bars are still. Okay, no, they're talking about the Mothfire.
Oh, Mothfire, no, we didn't get Mothfire, sadly.
I was like, really?
No, I was coming back from out of country.
See, this is why they got to tune into Dojo TV and then come out. Only if you know, because the city ain't for those. I don't know who those are, man. Just mind your business.
All right.
I did want to say my favorite moment wasn't that Bridging the Gap Bars of Steel and Dojo show, but it was because I hadn't seen Loki perform yet. And dude is tough. I just want to shout that out. What's your favorite moment?
Shouts out to homie.
Favorite moment?
Yeah, from the last year.
Yeah,
Nelson's question.
As far as any hip hop rap shit,
I mean, you can do.
Yeah. Larger culture with your own.
I have to say my favorite moment was probably actually seeing the outcome of Kendrick Lamar's pop-out show.
Okay.
When I finally saw niggas who probably been ops since I don't know when, and some of them may not even known why. You might have a motherfucker you don't like in the streets, but it's different when you're assigned to a squad and you're repping a set where you have to have that kind of beef.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
And then fuck that. Squash that. Let's everybody do their thing. And I'm like, I'm not in Cali. I'm not a Cali cat. Hell, I really just like seeing the back and forth and just wondering who's gonna win the shit. But I was more of a Kendrick fan than a Drake fan. So I let it ride like it was.
That's kind of where I was at too.
All right.
I always knew it was going to be Kendrick.
And in the real, it made me happier because you know me, I'm a fan of bars. I love rap. But bars is what gets us through because rap didn't start with a beat at all. It came from usually a nigga who was your senior. It could have been a fucking nigga from the streets, could be your granddad, could have been your uncle, could have been a pimp. Could have been a fucking friend who was just older. Hey, young blood, let me rap to you.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Hey, young blood, let me rap to you. And they pull you to the side into a corner. You don't know what they gonna say. Because usually that every time at least in my experience, they had something to say. I done seen probably one motherfucker get dealt with on one of them occasions. But hey, young blood. Hey, youngster, let me rap to you. When they rap to you, you know what I'm saying? you definitely can't go home with a couple of these young hoes because your old bro needs some new dough and you owe. And at that point, you know, nigga, they know you owe money in the room. You ain't just gonna walk out good. That's what it is. You ain't just gonna walk out good. Like, nigga, people in the room know you owe, but you young. So that's why you ain't been fucked up yet. Now, here's your chance to make things right. How about you do that? That's the explanation of that. That's where rap came from. But these goof ass, bitch ass niggas want to tell you rap came from this, that, the other. You bitch ass niggas make me sick. You bitch ass. I mean, hey, I was raised by the OGs. That's why I'm like, dog, I don't get these niggas, man. Everything that came through in my ears, it was like I had to experience for myself. But for what I know, learned, and stuck to, and have had the whole deer according to the game, and it's been my life. A lot of these niggas is violating and are just, they're really twisting everything so that it works in their favor. But let the person they're against do what they do and watch how mad they get and say how unfair.
Bad enough to sue Universal Music Group?
I mean, if you didn't sue Universal Music Group and the dude you beat sued Universal Music Group, what would you say?
I mean, who won?
The nigga who didn't sue, because that's not what we do in this culture.
If this world was mine.
If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. But where did the court come into play?
I think the music industry's in for a whole.
At this point, if you worried about somebody pushing something for views, this ain't even about the culture. You were never in it for the culture.
That's the thing.
This is about money. And this is a money business like a motherfucker. And money comes first.
Think about it. Drake is Nicki Minaj, but a boy.
No, he's not.
He's Wayne.
No, he's not. Because Nicki Minaj got more balls.
Wayne is tough as fuck.
She ain't sued. So I was thinking,
her numbers is good.
Sorry, go on.
No, you were saying like,
I was gonna. Honestly, I was like having a whole different thought. I was gonna tell you about my hip hop moment, but
no hip hop moment.
Yeah, go for it.
That's the question.
No, so I was thinking, there was we did a Crystal Palace. I think that was this year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We did Crystal Palace. Atlas, I don't think you were there. I think it was maybe John James, John James, Teddy. I think Abe was there as well for that one as well.
Okay, yeah.
I just remember it being fantastic, man. I feel like we all hit some crazy ass bars. It was a successful, like 30-minute pop of hip hop amongst some electronic, amongst like some techno, just kind of keeping some of those things that keep Detroit alive, you know, keeping some of that energy and being able to like mix it. Like I saw fellow artist Lucy V from the D. You should check her out over at Hydra 313. You know, records and shit. She's crazy. Dope female rapper, but she's been doing stuff with them for, you know, mixing hip hop with, you know, a mixture of genres, techno, rhythm, a bunch of different stuff, but and working with them to mix that into her shit. But I think that is like fantastic. You know, I used to go to hella shows and shit. Like I like to go to you know, Zed's Dead. I think you know, like one of my first shows was like MGMT. Like my genres jump all over the place. Like, you know, I saw fucking Godier and Kimbra low key in concert when they were doing shit. Fucking saw Gucci a few different times. Tried to see Chief Keef 4 times. That nigga never showed it to anyone. Shout out Chief Keef though, because still listen to your shit. But let's see.
That was Hydra, right? Yes,
Hydra Records.
Yeah, Hydra. That's what it was a collective with Lucy.
Yeah, so they both going on that, but that was my favorite thing was that Crystal Palace. I feel like I think we rocked like 3, maybe 4 beats, but we successfully, I feel like, made that pocket feel like really alive. I feel like we had people bobbing, we had like people excited to be there. I feel like the energy felt charged. I was like, we hit like a nice state of flow. with that performance.
Yeah, because it felt comfortable. It didn't feel like it was.
Nothing was forced.
Yeah. It didn't feel like it was like DJs playing electronic music and rappers. It was like it was a nice. Everybody that was in there, yeah, that was dope. I remember that night. That was dope.
And like
that was a great night.
Moving forward from that moment, even is like I feel like our performance in general have been picking up momentum too with like our energy and shit.
Yeah,
I mean the city is too.
The city is too. Is it getting more excited?
The community's been showing up.
Yeah. So there's definitely that energy is growing in the community this year. You know, etc. Obviously, like I think Ipsy hip hop is just getting a little bit more stimulation, if you will. I feel like 2020 is a big like chopped us at the legs in a lot of ways. Ann Arbor, Ipsy, a lot of places. So it's a nice reemergence of people coming out with talent, coming up, showing their talent, you know, creative expression, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
speaking their mind and shit.
But it's good that everybody like what's good is like the whole concept with Bars of Steel in general is like also being able to see a lot of the artists, local new artists coming up and doing stuff.
Yeah,
like that was like the key aspect of everything with the start of it in general. But I feel like that's it was cool because they're bringing because you never know who the fuck is going to show up.
Dope.
Honestly,
in town.
And I think
anywhere from 3 to 8 people. You never really know. All I know is I'm gonna always show up. So if you want to join me, Martin, still wait.
Also, when you shut down a show, like the other shows that is going on in the city will show up. So you get like an artist that just did his set, but he coming in to freestyle and you shutting down the bar, like having your last drink. It's a vibe. I love our city. I don't like saying the name.
No, it's fantastic. Shout out 734, you know. 734 music in general.
734 has been popping this year.
Crazy artists.
That's all I had to say on the comeback in. 734 though, nigga. You know what it is, man.
So the first thing that came to mind when I heard this question was going to the dojos, and I really want to shout out Beatbox Jake.
Jake goes crazy. Jake goes crazy. Best thing to come out of Howl.
Just always best thing to come out of Howl. That's true. But yeah, just so much fun to see him perform and just such a talent. But I think to name a specific moment, I think I have to say like back in March was the first time I sort of like came out to the dojo in like a couple years. I came out like very briefly to like a couple things back in 2022, but didn't stick with it. But then like earlier this year, I wrote, the track Negotiation that I've since performed at dojos a bunch of times that I was just like, in that moment, I was so indignant. I was so pissed about like the situation would happen. I was like, I gotta fucking just like express this and get out there and do something.
I find it funny that a lot of people watching wouldn't even believe you get up on stage with us.
But
like a lot of them cats wouldn't even believe it. They'd be like, "Dog, nah, dog, he got big pens in his fucking pocket." Don't sleep on my dog Shiggins, man.
And everybody bringing their own styles. Yeah, that's the real.
Don't sleep on shit.
Production evidence and whatnot.
Yeah, no, go for it.
You know, Shiggins produced on that, still on that track.
Yeah.
So like, don't sleep on Shiggins.
That's what I said. Yeah, I was like, don't sleep on him.
Oh yeah.
Like, he gets down with the get down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been a great year. Well, I think I've really just enjoyed reconnecting. Like the fact that we've been able to bring so many crews together and do so much work together is been my just favorite thing this year. Just the 100%. Fact that we're launched the channel this year and just like now are really starting to put stuff onto it and like get it out, and so that we can connect more people, like connect all the crews in Ipsy doing the work and like help us elevate ourselves.
Right.
Because the first thing to do is for us to have representation of ourselves out there, because otherwise, if we don't put ourselves out there in that way of like broadcasting who we are and what we do, nobody else is gonna.
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, whoever's watching this, like, you're on the ground floor, you learning the thing, pay close attention. You about to find something out.
This straight knowledge to your domes, y'all. All right, we'll wrap up for the night. But since we didn't even do a proper intro, and we just kind of jumped right into it. We just jumped right into it, which was super fun. I liked the style of it. So we'll go around. Everybody can give parting thoughts, closing thoughts, and last plugs of the night for whatever stuff we got going on coming up soon. I know there's some exciting music on the way, exciting events on the way, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, boy. It's me, your boy, RNG Abe. Catch me on RNG Abe Instagram. I don't give a fuck. These is closing thoughts, bitch. Before I mac a couple closing thoughts, bitch. So this is what I'm doing tonight. Hanging out, smoking, we ain't getting drunk, bitch. Hot drugs, get on that thing. You get me?
Oh shit.
All right.
So what's the handle though?
Man,
RNG Abe, bro.
RNG Abe on all platforms.
Get the fuck out of here. This
all platforms. Yeah. Oh man. All right, it's your boy Micah the Smith. Bars of Steel. Fucking December's been great. January is gonna be great. I'm gonna try to get in that studio and just get some stuff done. Get some music out to the people. Keep up with the shows. Keep people excited about doing music, having hip hop going down in your motherfucking city. Shout out 74, of course. Ann Arbor, Ipsy. Even if you live out in the boonies and shit. Yeah, salute.
Ain't nobody coming all the way out there, bro.
You never know.
You know to wrap that up, and I know you talking shit. He say you never know. You never know.
Out there, come into the city. You know where that.
All my niggas in the Shire,
You never know.
if you want to bring some herbs to town. All right, so anyways, Micah the Smith, Bars of Steel, that's my handle.
Yeah.
Prophet Ecks, Wax Kings Collective. You can find me on Instagram, Wax Kings X, Facebook, everything Wax Kings, Prophet Ecks. You can find me all over everything. Just look us up. Look me up. Christmas Day, if you ain't doing shit, look us up on Mixcloud. Doing a live stream Christmas 8 p.m. to whenever.
Okay.
DJs to be announced, but we kind of play a little bit of house electronic music. You never know what you're gonna see.
He was selling mixtapes with DJ Drama and Don Cannon. He got away though. Ain't nobody fucking check this nigga Prophet though. He got away with the bag.
But yeah. Prophet Ecks, Prophet, ECK used to go by Scientific, Wax Kings. Check me out.
Of course. There we go.
Shiggins. It's Shiggins_visions on Instagram, where you can find me. I'm out, rapping in the dojo, doing various things locally. I got a bunch of music out, more music on the way. Check me out.
Atlas the Kid, Mad Atlas on all platforms. This is what we do. Build community. Get ready to fight the thing,
Yeah,
the motherfucking machine.
Thursday.
So check it out. Thursday, there's about to be a fundraising show. It's gonna be a show at the Blind Pig. Thursday, December 26th. We got John Connor coming through. Excuse me. True Classic. We're talking Where She Creep. We got fucking so many different artists coming through from 734 area. We're trying to fundraise for Peace Neighborhood Center. I went there as a kid. A few people went there as a kid. So it's fun to be able to help locally. Show is going to be crazy. You should definitely check it out. Some of the proceeds go to Peace Neighborhood Center. I'm not putting it on, but I'm going to be helping out with that cipher. So Bars will still be there. We'll be kicking some bars to help get that energy going. So,
shout out to the Peace Neighborhood kids.
Yep.
Amen.
I was at a dope drum program, bro. At least when I was kicking it, man. That was crazy with the drum.
And this has been your man's Nelson the Mayan, Crate Diggers Dojo on Instagram. And you are already on the dojo page on YouTube, so you already know what's up. Peace, y'all. It's been a wonderful 2024. A merry hip-hop holidays.
Ho ho ho,
from the family,
ho,
from your
ho,
crew,
ass nigga.
from the Bars of Steel
Happy
crew.
holiday, bitch ass.
We out, motherfuckers.
Yeah, boy. Hey.